Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hi everybody. Today I'm doing something inspired by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm making green bath fizzies, each with a little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toy inside. And these toys I actually made myself out of polymer clay. They're 1.5 inches tall each, but if you find another small toy like this that can fit inside the bath fizzy, you're welcome to go ahead and use that. Now let's get started. I've poured 1 cup of baking soda in here. To that, I'll add half a cup of cornstarch, half a cup of citric acid, half a cup of Epsom salt, and 2.5 tablespoons of oil. And since this is going to be Ninja Turtle inspired, I'm going to make the bath fizzies green. So that should be very exciting. I've never done that before. Just mix that in. 2.5 tablespoons. Okay. And just mix that all together before it starts reacting. Now these bath fizzies are going to be very cool because inside of them I'm actually going to add a little Ninja Turtle toy. Now I have all my dry ingredients mixed. I'm going to add 1 or 2 drops of my essential oil, lavender. Okay, mix that all in. The next thing I'll be adding is the green dye, since I want these to be nice and green. And I'm using Neon McCormick food coloring. So I'll add that in to make it nice and green. That's one of the reasons I'm wearing gloves too, otherwise my hands will be green. So I'm going to add it a few drops at a time and mix it in so it doesn't react. Keep mixing it. This will be so much fun because when you put this in the bathtub, it will start fizzing, and when all the fizz has gone and all the dye is in the water, you'll then have a little Ninja Turtle toy as a surprise for your child. So I'll add some more dye and then I'll show you what it looks like. So I finished adding my food coloring, and this is what color it came out. It's nice and green, and I used about 2/3 of the container of food coloring. And now I have it in my hands and I can start to clump it already, so I'm only going to use a little bit of water. I'm going to add my water little by little because since it starts reacting, then I have to mix in the dry ingredients. See the fizz? I have to add dry ingredients to that right away. I don't want it to turn into green fizz before it's in the bathtub. So I'll mix that in. I'll add a little bit more water and then I'll start putting it in the molds and show you what that looks like. Now my mixture is ready to mold, and the molds I'll be using today are actually Easter eggs that I have left over from Easter, and I'll be putting a toy inside these bath fizzies, so I'll be using these Ninja Turtles that I made out of polymer clay. The first one I'll put inside the bath fizzy will be Michelangelo. And the reason I wanted to put toys in them is because besides turning the water a beautiful shade of green, I thought it would be cute to have a toy in it as a surprise at the end for your child. So half fill and press down in there, half fill the bottom of your egg. Gently press Michelangelo down in there, and then fill the rest of it with mixture. And you want this to overflow. You want to press it in there tightly, and you want it to be above the half of the egg like this. Fill the other half of your egg, and then press them together. It doesn't matter if you have excess, all that will fall off. And squeeze it together and twist. You want it to be nice and tight since you want it to really keep its shape. And hopefully once I open this egg, I will have a perfectly formed egg-shaped bath fizzy with a surprise inside. So here we go. Now I'll gently open the egg and see what happens. Fingers crossed. There we go. The top looks good. The bottom looks good. And there we go. One perfectly shaped bath fizzy. And I'll put this on a paper towel to dry because you do want this to get hard. I'll shape another one, and then at the end I'll show you what this looks like in the bathtub, the beautiful green, and then the toy that will probably pop up at the end. Now I finished making my bath fizzies, and I love the color green they came out. I put some of the excess mixture inside an old yogurt container that has Ninja Turtles on it. I'll show you how they look in the bathtub. Let's see if we can rescue Michelangelo from his egg. Look at that beautiful green color. Let's see if the toy pops out of there. There's Michelangelo at the bottom of the tub. Let's rescue him. And there we go. There's Michelangelo, clean and ready to be played with. I hope you like this video and have fun creating.